slice it. You can really do it in the toaster oven, rip it, eat it. It's delicious. But I also have to introduce you to the gentleman who's bringing this to us. His name is Jimmy Tanico, otherwise known as Jimmy the Baker or America's Neighborhood Baker.
Thank you, dear.
You have so many AKAs. You have so many aliases.
There's a lot more I can't talk about.
Hi, how are you?
Very good.
Good. What people may not know about you, they may know you from your cinnamon rolls, which have become ever famous. I would like to put those in the Hall of Fame of ever popular foods at QVC. But these are terrific because, first of all, they are made with New York water, which makes all of the difference when it comes to the texture, the chew, and the flavor of the bagel. And you get all 3 flavors, 6 each in the everything, then in the poppy seed, and then the last one you're getting is the sesame seed. So 18 total, 6 in each. People don't know that you began your baking career with bagels.
The Daily Bagel, 1989 in Yorktown Heights, New York. Everybody thought I was crazy.
So I could have gotten off the train at Yorktown Heights and ran over to the Daily Bagel on my way to the city.
On the way to work, right near the entrance to the highway, and got yourself a bagel. But instead, we're making Flagels, which is which I like to say is a kinder, gentler bagel. Why? Well, let's talk about what it really is. Bagels have to rise. We make the dough, then we make the rings, and we put the rings in what's called in a baker's refrigerator, and they sit there and they age overnight. Now, they also rise. Now, sometimes bagels rise too much, so bagel shop owners used to take the bagel dough that had risen too much and they flatten it. They punch all the air out of it. And then they put it in the oven, or some of them boil it first, like we do, because that's what you do in New York.
In New York, you gotta boil it.
In the Bronx, where we make just bagels, and you take all the air out of it, and you get this flatter, kind of crisper bagel. So those of you who slice bagels and pull the insides out, you don't have to do that. These are flatter, they're all natural. The great thing is you don't have to slice them. You could take these and you could drop them right in the toaster and heat them up. The Flagels love heat. They love a hot oven. What you want is a crackle. So when you heat your oven, if you're going to do a hot oven, my suggestion is you crank that oven up to 400 degrees. As a bagel baker, that's how I would eat a bagel.
So here's the deal. I want to show you, when you pull this apart, you're getting that crispy outside, and then the inside is going to give you that, see how I squeeze it and it holds the shape? That is that wonderful doughy chew that you're looking for on the inside of the bagel. But you and I had talked about this before the show. The reviews are incredibly
really
strong on these, but I will mention this is not the bagel that you go and buy and you just leave them sitting on the countertop for a while and then you just sort of eat them untoasted. You've got to heat them. You've got to toast them to enjoy this properly.
They're meant to be baked. Not you could nuke them if you want, but really, if you want a true crackly real, and I mean real New York bagel.
Is everything bagel?
It is. That's why I kissed you before you had the everything bagel.
So, you are so
I knew you were going for that.
You know what? This is a bagel lover's dream. This everything bagel right here.
And let me tell you why, if I may. Look at the amount of seeds. One thing in the New York metro area, if you're going to own a bagel store, you are going to seed those bagels. You're not going to just sprinkle a little bit of seeds on there. That's a poppy seed bagel that you're looking at. So the 3 flavors are poppy, sesame, and everything.
You can barely see the bagel under the poppy seeds.
Right. And the dough itself, just like the cinnamon bun dough, we just don't make dough in the morning and you get bagels at the end of the day. This bagel is going to sit for hours, for 24, 36, sometimes even longer, and we let it rise and age. That's why you get that fluffiness. You're not going to get that from a bagel.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, you know what else? When you get these at home, that's why it's important, because this has been aging, and that is a gorgeous plate right there. Because it's been aging, you can't let these just sit on your countertop for weeks. We suggest that you get this home and you stick them right in the freezer unless you're eating them right away. Isn't that right?
Yes, and it's 3 bags. It's 3 bags of 6 bagels each. Put them right in the freezer right away. And my serving suggestion is, and it's very traditional in the New York metro area, it's Sunday morning bagel, Flagel, and eggs. And you make yourselves eggs sunny side up. You butter up that Flagel. You can toast it. I'm telling you, you can toast them and they'll come out nice and crackly. But if you really want a baker's bagel, take that Sunday morning to heat up that oven to 400 degrees, put it in the oven and let them get hot and crispy.
That is gorgeous.
You don't even have to slice them if you don't want to.
Man.
But I do have another serving suggestion.
You do? What's your serving suggestion?
I want you to take the Flagel and I want you to slice it in half if you can, and then slice it in quarters. And you could make your very own Flagel chips.
What?
If you're going to be watching the March Madness and you want chips and dip, take the Flagels, as is if you want, just slice them, quarter them. You can bathe them in melted butter and oil if you want, and then throw them in the oven and let them roast, let them bake. You can do the garlic and herb, where you take a little bit of oil and butter and a little bit of garlic and parsley, bathe those chips in there, throw them in the oven, and let them roast.
Do you know what I love about that idea? Because they're a little bit thicker than some of the bagel chips that you get that are all broken in bags out at the store. If you have heartier dips, or hold on to this for a second, we have the crab dip coming up later.
Oh,
from
man.
Rollins. Have you ever had that?
That's good.
Crab and bagels. This is a brunch lover's delight.
Right.
Wait, is that what you did here?
So since we're approaching the end of the broadcast and I don't really have to talk to you much more, so take the garlic and herb. I'm not going to be worried about it.
That's right, because you already kissed me at the beginning. We're okay.
You're going to kiss Dan Mancini next, so let's give you plenty of garlic.
Oh my gosh, that is delicious.
That is a bagel chip that has been baked chip. A little bit of butter and oil, melted, garlic salt, parsley, and throw it in the oven and toast it up.
You know what? That is so easy. And I got to tell you, you can do this on auto delivery. A lot of what Jimmy the Baker does is very popular on auto delivery. So if you want to do that, it's every 90 days for 1 full year, and you get, when they come to you, 3 sleeves. Each sleeve has 6 bagels in it in a different flavor. The sesame, the poppy seed, and then here is your everything. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
I'm telling you. Now, are you a butter or are you a cream cheese?
I'm a butterer. I love butter,
I used to be a cream cheese schmear kind of person, but lately when I'm enjoying...
Cinnamon raisin, cream cheese, but everything in the poppy. Well, you know what? Everything, throw a little if you can get some vegetable
cream cheese on the everything bagel?
Man.
I love it.
That's
So if
the
you
bomb.
want this, your shipping is free, as it is with all of our foods here at QVC. So shipping is free. Lock into auto delivery. This is only here. Jimmy doesn't provide this for anybody else. It's a 52499. Please ask about auto delivery. And in the meantime, we're going to send it right over to Jill and Daniel Mancini with something homemade and delicious.
And something you've never seen before, which is pretty exciting from Mama Mancini's. Dan Mancini was just reminding me that it was about 2 years ago that we introduced this brand to all of you, and it started with meatballs, and now we're moving into meatloaf.
Yes,
4 pounds of meatloaf. You're getting 4 1-pound meatloaves, your choice of beef or turkey, or you can get a combo pack where you would get 2 of each. You're also going to get a pound of homemade sauce on the side so that you can actually put your own sauce on top and bake it so that it's fresh the way you would want it. This is M54146. I was saying to Sharon at the beginning of the show, Dan, the weather's been so wacky. Some days it's warm and I'm craving grilling foods. Other days it goes back to cold and I want comfort food. Meatloaf is that comfort food. I love meatloaf, don't always love to make it, so I love that you're making it for me with your key, fresh, delicious ingredients.
Yes, and you know, Jill, we start with my grandmother's recipe, like everything we do for QVC.
Yeah.
And the ingredients are right here. So you have your choice of either the beef or the turkey. Now, the beef and the turkey we source only from the United States.
Okay.
And then we add the carrots, the onions, the celery. We add Asiago. We add Romano cheese.
A little bit
of egg. And we throw a little bit of mustard in there just to add a little bit of flavor.
Yeah.
Now, the topping that is so delicious, we start with our Italian sauce that we use for our meatloaf, for our meatballs. We cook that down and we add a little brown sugar and a little vinegar so it's a little tangy. The reason we put that on the side is because we don't want that twice baked.
Okay.
So we give it to you separately. You just